Watch out for that there lawnmower, son. It'll bite you if you ain't careful. My uncle motioned towards an old lawnmower in the back of the garage. It was black and red with yellow stickers on it. I moved closer. The stickers were lightning bolts and said Magna Coil. I looked back at my Uncle Fred. The look on my face said it all, as we knew he was known for pulling your leg. "Don't believe me, do you?" he chuckled. "Well, here's the proof, sonny boy." He pulled up his sleeve and pulled off his prosthetic arm. "There you go. Now you be a good boy and run along with the rest of the family." I jogged off, but looked over my shoulder to get one more look at the old lawnmower. We all knew he lost his arm due to an accident while mowing the lawn, but that was due to a user mistake. A machine can't really bite, can it? Over the years, we'd visit Fred often, and every time I would try and catch a glimpse of the infamous lawnmower, and there it sat. More rust appearing, more dust appearing, but it was always in the same spot. I saw it in that day so many years ago. Time passes as it does, and Fred took a turn for the worse. He was always dealing with some sort of ailment or another, and this last one finally got him. At the reading of the will, I was shocked to discover that I would inherit his house. Never really thought we were that close, but he did have a sense of humor, as I'd said, and probably thought it would rile up the rest of the family. Sure enough, it did, and there were many arguments about what was owed to who, and in the end, all of his cash and valuables were doled out to the rest of the family. But I still wound up with the house. I couldn't complain. I was only 19 and still attending the local college downtown, so didn't have much money available for housing. This would be a godsend. I soon moved in and got settled down, but I avoided the garage. The family had picked over the valuables, and my concern was that the lawnmower was still there or not. It weighed heavy on my mind. Eventually, I could put it off no longer and open up the old garage door. The garage was ransacked, as expected. All the tools, his car, his newer riding lawnmower, all gone. Just boxes and junk left. My heart sank. It wasn't in its place in the corner. I sighed and gave it one last once-over before going to leave, and I'm glad I did. I could see the handle of the old mower poking out from a pile of empty boxes. I rushed over and moved them, and sure enough, there it sat. I pulled it out to the driveway. I wondered if I could get it going. It obviously hadn't been used in years, so I gave the cable a careful pull, and it dutifully cocked. Maybe. I put some gas in and checked the oil and gave it another pull. It roared to life. I made my way to the lawn and I laughed. Here I was, mowing with Frank's evil mower. It had a lever to engage the wheel, so you didn't have to use much effort. So I tried it out, and the thing worked like a charm. I mowed the whole front yard and made my way to the back. It was a bit more unruly here. My uncle really didn't use the backyard for much in his final years, so I had my work cut out for me. On the third pass, I tripped over a rock and fell, the mower happily motivating its way away from me. It was an older model, too old for safety shutoffs. I cursed at my bad luck. I had skinned my knee. Well, I gotta snag that mower before it hits the fence. I looked up and it had gotten tangled on another rock and turned itself around. Before I could move my hand, it ran it over. I felt pain, immense pain, and then I could hear my uncle's voice in my head. "Watch out for that there lawnmower, son. It'll bite you if you ain't careful."